Hello, welcome to Quackalope. Thank you for being here. Today we are featuring a little card pack that I don't think anyone else has their hands on
We're
yet.
playing Terra Mystica.
We're playing
in a manner of speaking.
Yeah, I mean, should I just title this a Terra Mystica gameplay? Is that
Terra
what we should
Mystica
go
gameplay?
for?
Yes,
Perfect.
people will love that.
This is Rolling Realms by Stonemaier Game, a game that is it was designed to be an at-home, print-and-play, roll-and-write game that you could play with any number of people all across the world. And it integrates every single one of the Stonemaier titles into it.
To date.
And now we're bringing a Terra Mystica card expansion pack.
Because you see, part of what he's doing with this is not only has he integrated all the Stonemaier games in there, but additionally he's working with other publishers or companies in terms of bringing their games to your table.
Yep.
Just a little bit of a fun integration, because all these cards, we'll go through it in the general overview, but they all contain some small minor aspect of the game that they're incorporating. And it's a lot of fun.
It is actually really shocking how well every single card takes one little element and lets you play with that in the realm of a roll and write.
Yeah.
Enough so that some of them I'm like, this could have been its own little thing if you expanded the system. But no, it's just a little card module in a larger game. And don't worry, those of you that are here on the channel, I've already started sending dozens of emails a day to Kingdom Death asking for official permission to create the expansion.
I was going to say, I've already written little miniature rule sets for 3 of my favorite games for this. I don't know if it'll ever see the light of day. I just like the idea of it.
We'll start an email campaign. We'll figure out how this works. Kingdom Death will legitimately hate me if I did that. Okay.
Anyways,
do we want to pop open the pack and then get into a gameplay?
Let's go ahead and explore. I'll
talk about how the game works.
Let me go over the quick how the game works. Then
because
we'll go
we
into...
have to be professional and not just look at the new stuff.
Exactly. So the general idea of the game is you're going to have 3 cards. You're going to play 3 different rounds, scoring yourself after the end of 3 rounds. But you're going to have 3 cards every single round. You're going to shift with the cards you use, but your cards are going to match mine.
Yep.
Then we're going to roll the dice, and we're going to do that rolling dice 9 times. We're going to record our numbers over here, so we each have the same numbers. We work with the same numbers, and then we're going to apply those numbers to different realms. When you apply numbers to realms, you're doing so for 2 reasons. The first is so that you can ultimately earn stars. That's points. Each realm can score you up to 6 stars. You can also get extra stars for having extra resources, but primarily you're looking at those 6 stars per realms, or 18 potential stars. Additionally, every realm gives you a way of earning various resources, which you'll track on your board over here, circling them as you get them and crossing them off as you use them, and those resources can be cashed in for different abilities, using extra dice, modifying dice, different things like that. An important thing to note is you can only use 1 die per realm. So for example, I can't put the 6 and the 2 in the same realm. They have to go in different realms, and that's true for any bonus dice that we generate from our abilities as well. It's always 1 die per realm, whether fictional or real die. Rinse and repeat, then you go to the next round. You're going to take 3 new cards, so you're going through 9 different realms as you play. Although today we're going to be doing something slightly different because we have Terra Mystica in play, which we're going to have Terra Mystica in all 3 of our games. So we're going to have 1 Terra Mystica in all 3 of our games, and then 2 other randomly dealt realms for each of our other games.
And
that is
you also have talked about something that I'm really excited about. This might be one of the first games that I am competitively thrilled about the solo mode of the game.
Yes.
Right?
I'm like
how many are you
games.
in? You're like 20 games into it already.
I'm 20 games deep in this. I've been having a blast just going through the solo. I've played it with people as well, but I've gotten a lot more solo plays than people plays because I always have myself.
And people don't like him, but that's another matter.
I said I always have myself. That was enough. That was enough. You didn't need to go the extra line.
Can we open this already?
Sure.
Can I take a look at what's here?
Let's go ahead. And we don't even know what this is, but we're going to go into it. I mean, we know what it is. We don't know what the abilities are.
Here's what I'm going to do, though, so I keep the package
all pristine, like
decently pristine, so we can keep it on camera.
So while he does that, I'm going to go ahead and start us off with the 2 randomly distributed realms we'll be utilizing from our other realms. And apparently
now, I believe I've played all the realms so far.
I don't know if you have or haven't, but we're using Tapestry and My Little Scythe. I don't know if you've played with My Little Scythe.
I believe we played at least all the ones with games that I've played. I'm pretty confident.
The other players will go ahead and utilize the same exact card, and you can play with as many players as you want. This box will allow you to play with up to 6, but you can print out additional components to play with many, many more players. Yep. We'll go through the realms, but we'll start with, Tapestry and My Little Scythe, and then we'll explain how the Terra Mystica works, because I don't even know yet.
Yeah.
Starting with Tapestry. Every single time you assign a die to Tapestry, you'll be assigning 1 polyomino shape into your grid. As you finish these little individual small sections over here, you'll score those resources, score them, and then when you have rows or columns filled, you'll score the stars. So basically you're going to score, 1, 2, 4. Interesting fun fact, you can't get 5 stars in Tapestry. You can't. You can get 4, you can get 6. You can't get 5.
Really?
Because that last one you circle will fill a row and a column. Fun little fact. Next up, we have My Little Scythe. In My Little Scythe, you're going to be scoring stars for the number of resources you have. So the star scoring in My Little Scythe is actually independent of the card itself.
It says 6 total.
Yes, you can get 6. You can't get 4 or 5.
Oh, you can't get 5.
Yes.
I thought you said it the other way, and I was very confused for a moment.
You can get 6. My Little Scythe, you'll be scoring point stars independent of the card itself. You can score 2 points per resource type for which you've gained at least 6 resources. In other words, you can put nothing in My Little Scythe and you'll still score 6 points. You can. The tricky part is My Little Scythe is a resource generating machine. It gives you more resources than your average card, which is why they're still tying together.
Yep.
What happens over here is every time you circle a number on the left, you will get the pumpkin. Every time you circle a number on the right, you'll get the heart. And every time you have a matching set, so you have a 6 and a 6, you'll also earn a coin as a bonus.
Do you want to talk about those resources do? Because that is an important part to this game.
Let's go ahead and explain Terra Mystica. Keep the
Diving
going,
into it,
and then we'll go ahead and explain what the resources do.
Oh,
so
this is pretty.
Terra Mystica, and I'm going to have to comprehend this as I go. In Terra Mystica, you're either going to mark an adjacent hex or bridge on the map. Start adjacent to either red dwelling hex. So you're going to start from here, and then you're slowly spreading out, marking hexes or bridges on the map. Or you can outline a building below the map. That's going to be one of these. So you can outline a building below the map to receive the bonus at the beginning of the indicated turns. Then you'll score, what's it called? This is going to be rounds 2, 4, 6, 8, and 3, 5, 7, 9. You can score those bonuses. You can score the bonus of hearts and pumpkins. So it's giving you that resource generation from Terra Mystica that as you take things off your grid, you're getting more and more bonuses. And then it has the expansion map over there as well. Then we have over here, you're just going to score 1, 2, or 4 stars for 1, 2, or 3 marked deserts. 1, 2, or 3. And you score 1 star if you outlined both buildings, and 1 star if you connected both dwellings. So these are both the buildings, those are the dwellings. If you connect them, and if you score the deserts, that's a lot going on there. That will be that over there.
Either mark an adjacent hex or a bridge on the map.
Yep, that's going to be, these are the hexes adjacent to the starting dwellings.
Yeah, and we're trying to connect them and also cover up land.
Correct.
Outline a building below the map to receive the bonus at the beginning
For context,
of
by
the
the way, just in case I wasn't
indicated
clear,
turn.
these 3 are bridges. The rest are hexes.
This is interesting because the earlier you do this, the more it integrates into
100%.
My Little Scythe.
100%.
Cool.
And then, that's actually a good point. Good
Yeah.
call. Good call.
Yeah.
And then we'll go ahead and
Talk about the resources.
Resources. You can cash in resources either 2 or 3 at a time. 2 pumpkins will allow you to adjust a die by 1 up or down 1. 3 pumpkins will allow you to adjust a die up or down 1 and to use it in a realm you've already utilized that round, giving you a little more freedom of filling things out. Then we have 2 hearts will allow you to use a pair. So if you get a pair of dice, if you roll 2 6s, you can cash in 2 hearts to be able to get a third magical 6.
That'd be a great roll.
If you don't have a pair, then you can go ahead and use 3 stars to use one of the numbers. So 3 stars will let you use the 5 or the 6 as a third magical die. So you really want to try to cash in those hearts when you have a pair. That's the most efficient time. Obviously, there's no guarantee you'll ever have a pair.
Yeah.
Then we have coins. You can give in 2 coins in order to, if the sum of the rolled dice is greater than 7, you can gain a die of the same value as either rolled die. So same idea over here. I can cash in 2 coins to gain either the 5 or the 6. Alternatively, you can cash in X coins, where X is equal to the value of the die you want to generate. So for example, I can give in 2 coins to generate a 2. I can give in 1 coin to generate a 1. Fun fact, a coin is the only resource that you can give in 1 resource in order to get something. You can get 1 out of a coin. And that's the game.
You can get 1 out of a coin.
Correct.
Gain a die of a value 1 through X.
Yeah.
you can get 1. I didn't realize that.
That's
very cool, though, because that
Yes.
actually opens up a whole... I mean, if you just need extra spindly dies,
it opens up all the things.
it's not bad. Now, if you don't use your resources, you will gain 1 star for every 10 that you convert into, which, honestly, the resources are so valuable, you should be using them.
I'm already bothered by things. Let's figure it out.
What are you bothered by?
I'll explain after. So,
Oh, what a good start. Except
Okay.
we can't use it.
we can't use it because we don't
Now,
have
those are just
cards
for
yet.
the other players, right? The rest of the cards there?
Correct.
Are there any other cards in there, or is it all
Nope.
player
Well,
cards?
these cards are player cards. There's going to be the 4 other factions. Just
Okay,
for context,
that's what I was
We're
wondering.
just talking about these over here, the other Terra Mysticas. And
Because
that's
it comes
basically
with it comes with a 6-card promo pack.
Yes.
so.
Yes, indeed. So, we can go ahead and start things off. Given that 6 over there, I think that oh, interesting. That makes sense a bit. Interesting.
So I think I've got the room to slide down just a touch. I know I placed them up, but I'm going to cut in camera, so if you want to match me,
No problem.
just so I can write. So the first one.
Oh, yes. Double
6,
sixes.
6.
Okay. Ignore my handwriting. It's terrible, I know. My wife likes to make fun of it. She's a lovely person, though.
So this is a 6 to fill in. You're one step ahead of me. You've already done it.
Let's be honest, I'm more than once. I'm sorry, that was rude. That was rude. I can't get everything I want, shockingly enough, which makes sense. That is how life works. Okay.
Can't always get what you want.
Can't always get what you want.
Try sometime.
You get what you need. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my 6 over here to generate this over here, which will earn me a bonus coin.
I was just about to color in the same thing. I feel like I'm following you, but I'm not.
You still can, Jesse. Be your own man.
I was looking at
Be a man. Do the right thing.
People are gonna watch us and they'll be like, that was either the only great move or Jesse's copying Alex.
Jesse's copying Alex.
That's not true.
Oh, did you do the exact same thing?
I did the exact thing, and I was about to color it as you.
Shameless.
Okay.
Copycat.
Okay. See, I told you. He's one of the people down in the comments saying Jesse was copying Alex.
I will be one.
I need to go quicker than you. That's the only answer.
Three and three. Double 3. And now my goal is to be quicker than Jesse, obviously. So let's go ahead and do that.
Don't have any hearts to use, and you can only use 1 die per location type.
Correct. So I'm going to cash in that over there, which earns me another coin. And then I'll trade
I'm not looking at what you're doing.
In order to do this over here. So okay, the chances of you copying my move right now are slim. Slim to none. And I'll cash in that 3, which will earn me a heart.
Wow, what'd you do?
I cashed in this over here to earn the extra coins so that I can immediately use my 2 coins to fill in that second building, so now I'm generating resources all the time.
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta get that resource engine up and pumping.
I did knock that.
Yeah,
and I swung up here to the land.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's do it. 6 and 1.
1 and a 6.
Okay, now don't forget, since you marked our building, we start this round by earning a heart.
Beautiful.
Okay. 6 and a 1. 6 and a 1.
Is that the first time you've had one of those?
Done. What?
A heart. Quick, while he's distracted, make your move.
Unbelievable. It was funny, I'll give you that.
It was less funny than I thought it was.
Oh no, it was funny.
But it was still charming. You're about to gain that extra resource from that location there.
I don't know what you're talking about. What extra resource?
You're about to gain that extra resource from that location.
I already have both of them, so next round I will get it, yes.
I know, which is a problem for me.
I've used my 6. The question is what I want to do with my 1. I could use a 1 down here, but I don't know if I want to. I think I'm going to use my 1 to go ahead and start the bridge map over there. So we're going to go ahead and do that.
Got another heart.
Okay. The resource generation in Terra Mystica is interesting. Like, I can't see a reason not to go for the 2 and the 6 off the bat. But then again...
You were creative and got it, though. You finagled a way to get it.
Finagled indeed. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use my 1 over here. No, I use my 1. I use my 6. I use my 1. I'm good to go. Okay. Ready?
Yeah, I think you're right, though. I mean, if you have the opportunity, you might as well take it.
It's not always so clear. Like, there's some pendulum, for example, it gives you that same idea, but it's also... Pendulum's a hard card to get every single time. So we have the 1 and the 5, which at the start of this round, since it's round 4, we get a pumpkin if you have that crossed off.
Way to
make you feel incompetent?
Yep.
Yep, exactly. Okay, but the 1 and the 5.
I'm going to get a pumpkin, though, for doing my tapestry location there with the 1.
Not quite as happy about that.
Question is, what do I utilize the 5 for?
That's my problem. I'm going to use the 5 over here on this map. It's going to give me one of the forests.
Going for deserts?
Use the 1. I think I'll use the 1 to go ahead and fill in this pumpkin zone over here. And that will give me a pumpkin. Be my pumpkin.
I don't have a great spot for the 5. I'm going to use it here, which will get me a pumpkin, which means I can go ahead and utilize this pumpkin power here soon, which might be necessary.
Start of the next round, gaining a heart if you have one. Then roll those dice. Now you get 0.1 point for every unused resource. 0.1 point, which means if you have 10 unused resources, that can be a full point, which can be the difference in any number of different factors.
3 and a 1.
I'm going to go ahead and use my 3 down here to get that heart.
1's going to use that.
And then I have a 1 over there, which I could use the 1 with my pumpkin. It's not the worst move. Although I think I'm actually going to go ahead and use my... What is with the cloud zone?
I'm going to use a 3 to go ahead and grab this coin. This coin is immediately going to be spent, copying what Alex did just a whole turn behind him.
I'm going to use the 2 pumpkins. No, I don't want to.
Question. If I already used a die on here,
yes,
can I then use the coin to place something else?
Nope.
So I need to back off.
Correct. Unless you modify it with 3 pumpkins.
Unless I modify it with 3 pumpkins. Yep. So I'm going to have to back off this number. Back off that 1.
I think I'll slot my 1 down over here, gaining a heart.
To use the 2 I gained from the coins.
And then I'm going to use 3 hearts to generate a bonus 3 and use that over here.
And then my 1's going to gain me a pumpkin.
Okay, ready?
This is round 5.
Yes, indeed.
Which means we're gaining...
Well, it's round 6.
This is
round 6.
Oh, I didn't write those down.
Okay.
3, 1. Round 6, gaining a pumpkin.
Yep. And we have 3 and a 2. 3 and a 2. I'm going to mark the bridge on this Terra Mystica pathway over there because I'd like to do that. I want to get those different sand zones over there. And then I have a 3 which I can utilize.
Although bridges only get you to the sand dunes. They don't actually...
Correct.
Or connect your tribe quicker.
Yeah. But then I have a 3 left over, which I can use for a whole bunch of things.
Yeah, 3's popping here. It's going to get me a pumpkin and a coin immediately.
I think I'm going to pop this 3 over here, which will give me nothing right now. And the question is, do I want to cash in 3 hearts? I don't know if I do just yet. 3 and a 2, let me write that down. Okay.
We're going to go ahead and lock in a 2 down here, which is going to gain me another heart.
And I think I'm ready to go.
Okay.
I'm ready to go. 5 and a 6.
5.
See, one of the things I appreciate about this is the math involved, that usually in order to get 6 stars, you have to use some clever finagling of pumpkins and things. I'm going to use the 5 down here on the sand dune. That's going to give me another sand dune. And the problem we have is that we have 2 rounds left, and crossing everything is going to be problematic. I go 5,
1,
6, 7, 5, 6, 7. Okay, cool. We can do that. And then I have a 6. I need the 6 somewhere. So the 6, interestingly enough, is not that helpful to me. I could throw it over there, which could be helpful-ish.
Oh, I'm going to make this a 6 that I used here, not a 5.
I think I'm going to use this pumpkin generation.
Pumpkin?
I'm going to use 3 pumpkins to make my 6 into a 5, and then throw it into the 3rd sand dune over here.
I've still got a 5 to spend.
Okay.
And I've got a matching one over here, so why not claim this? It's going to gain me a coin and a heart.
Okay. Moving to the next round, we're going to round 7 or 8. That's not true. I forgot to take a heart for this round. Did you take a heart this round?
I did not.
Okay, and now we're going to the next round, which means we get pumpkins.
Pumpkin.
Okay, we roll the dice. We have a 1 and a 2.
1's useful there.
I get a 1 over here, which is going to be a pumpkin. I think I'm going to slot a 1 over here, which will give me a pumpkin and a coin.
So the 2 useful anyway.
Pumpkin and coin. Oh, I need more coins. Oh, interesting.
3 would be great there. Alright, toss in the 1 right there to gain a coin. 1, 2.
And I have a 2.
If I do that, where does this 2 go?
I'm going to throw my 2 down over here on this bridge.
5 and a 2. If I got a 5, I could connect the... Oh wait, we only have 1 more play on each one.
Yes, we do.
I'm not connecting this. I have... This is a harder map than I anticipated.
They're all harder than I anticipated. Ready?
No.
I'm
gonna knock a pumpkin to go ahead and gain a 1 here instead of a 2.
Okay.
It's gonna give me a heart and a coin.
Excellent.
Seems like a good trade. Okay.
Done. 3 and a 4 is the final roll. Don't forget to take your starting heart for this round. 3 and a 4. And that's going to be tricky. So.
Need a 3 desperately.
I need a 4 over there will give me that.
Pumpkin.
Okay. So if I do a 4 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll give me 2 pumpkins. 1, 2. And I still have a 3. As well as the possibility of generating more stuff. So my 3 will go over here, which will connect that. And I can use 3 hearts to generate. I can use 3 hearts to generate another 3, but that will only give me 1 coin. This is problematic, Jesse. Problematic. Or I could use the coin.
This is not
What you said.
going to work for me.
I think I'll go ahead. Oh, man.
I'm just going to do this one, and it's not actually going to result in any end game.
I won't get that coin. I'm not going to get the 4 stars here. You might outscore me here.
I
think
certainly hope so.
I'm going to cash in 3 pumpkins along with this 1 coin over here. No. Fine. Along with this 1 heart coin over here, which will allow me to generate this heart situation over here. I'm going to fill that in, because even though I can go again there now, that will earn me another
Why
heart.
can you go there again?
Because I used 3 pumpkins. Yeah. Then, oh, you have all those resources unused?
Yeah.
Are you going to outscore me? This is so
I
not
certainly
cool.
hope so.
I certainly hope not. Then for over here, I don't think there's anything I can do to earn more stuff, but I could earn 3 hearts because I didn't put anything else over here, and I could put a 3 down here, which is totally legitimate, but will that get me enough? Let's go ahead and see. It'll give me 2. I don't think it's worth it. It's not worth it. Okay,
Let's try.
so scoring-wise. So for the first realm, I'm going to score 4 stars for Tapestry.
I'm gaining 5.
You can't score 5 for Tapestry. Recover this. You're
I'm
missing a
gaining
row
4.
and a column.
Oh, so sad.
Yeah, a single thing is going to be missing a row and a column.
So sad. I could get...
Is there another reason you're not
Let me...
crossing off
I'm
one?
going to check my math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
So?
It's a point for 2 points.
Doesn't matter, but you get the point thingies. You still get that 0.4, 0.6 in case it comes down to the tiebreaker.
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
So 1 coin and 3
Yep.
will give me that.
Which means you're only giving up 0.4 points for 2 points.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first time I didn't count any of the points.
All good. Next round in My Little Scythe, I believe you're scoring 6.
I am
scoring 4.
Walking home with 6. How'd you only get 4? What
Because
are you lacking?
I didn't do the coins. I never did it because I didn't do the My Little Scythe, and this one doesn't give you coins, and this one I didn't go for the coins, which meant
This was the only way to generate them.
I was coin dry. But the good news is in Tapestry, I will score 6 points.
Oh, I actually get a heart for filling that in. So it's actually less. It's 0.3.
So I'm scoring 6 for Tapestry.
You're scoring full 6.
Yep.
I get...
It looks like you have
I
nothing.
think I just get...
Nothing.
No, I get
you
1
2,
for the
you get 2.
buildings.
You get 2 for the buildings. Oh, 1 for the buildings. 1.
It's only 1 for the buildings, and then it's regions, and that is painful.
Yeah. So
that's where I fell behind.
Scoring-wise, you're going to have 13 points up here, plus a full point over there is going to be 14 points. You're at 14 points if you want to check that down over there. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You could if you want to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plus 6 is 14. Oh, it's going to come down to it. We should do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
14.7.
14.7. No!
What?
No!
Oh, that's brutal.
14.7. It's a good thing this is 3 rounds. We're going to go ahead and go into the next round.
It's amazing, since I copied
Wow.
you the entire time.
Wow.
That we ended up... How did that happen?
Wow.
Impossible, I say.
Okay. So that's
actually
intense.
a lot of fun. So, My Little Scythe and Tapestry are not going to be
Correct.
used.
We're going to keep using Terra Mystica, though, in all the realms so we can see how it goes. Again, that's not how you would play, but we're going to...
I need to analyze why I find this game... It has... Like, there's something about the various modules reintroducing puzzles and combining in unique ways that feels so good.
Yeah, I just reviewed this over on my channel. I like the game. The gameplay's light. I don't know what it is. There's something compelling, though, about the fact that the way, like, even just the way, they have that central realm, My Little Scythe, and the way it interweaves with other things, you're going to find this going to be true with all these. They all have slightly different
The weird
puzzles.
thing for me is it feels like I shouldn't love this game. It's
Okay.
light enough. I underwrote it when I first saw it. Really,
Yeah,
I was like,
absolutely.
oh, a little gimmick, And then we sat down to play,
And it's lovely.
and I have wanted to continue playing it ever since then.
I know, I'm 20 plays deep and still going. Are you ready? So,
Let's
here's
go
how this works.
Euphoria in between two
Just
castles.
to not give anyone any things, let's first of all scare that extra card.
I was going to sneak that one in there.
Secondly is this. So, here's how it works. Between 2 castles, you're going to score stars for every row in each castle. You'll notice that between your 2 castles, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. Each completed row is worth a star. And then you'll score points for your completed columns.
Castles are scored individually.
Individually. So this right here, if you fill in these 2, that's a star. If you fill in that, that's a star. But you have to fill them from the bottom up. So you can't fill this in without filling in that. And you have to have the numbers there being lower. So in other words, I have to go from 4 to a 3 to a 1. I can't go 4 to a 5 or a 6 or even to a 4. When you score a column, you get the resources in that column, and that is between two castles. Make sense?
Terra Mystica.
Terra Mystica, we already explained.
What?
Moving to Euphoria. In Euphoria, you get to score one side or the other. So if you get a 3, cross it off. Except if you get doubles, which would have been great if you had doubles there. If you roll doubles, you get to cross off both the 3s while only using 1 3. Makes sense? So doubles are very good for Euphoria.
Can you tie to earn doubles?
You cannot modify the dice. If that's the question. You cannot modify the dice to make doubles. It's a natural roll double, but you get to put numbers in each zone. For each zone, whenever you add a number, you count the total sum, and you get that benefit. So, for example, if I put a 4 in this over here, I will get a star right away. And if I follow that up with a 6, I'll get another star. But then if I add a 1, it's 4 plus 6 plus 1, which is 11, so I get these 2 resources. So you want to try to get to that mid zone for each of those because you're trying to get 3 stars out of each of those, which means you have to not get too big of a gap.
After making a number, if the sum of all marked numbers in the area is between 4 and 10, score 1 star.
Yep. Maximum 6 stars, even if you could hypothetically do better with you.
Sum of all marked numbers in that area.
Yeah. So again, going back to my example, if your first number here is a 4, then the sum is 4, so you get a star. If the next number you put in is a 5, then 4 plus 5 is 9, so you still get a star. If you add a 2 after that, 4 plus 5 is 11.
So you're actively scoring while you play.
Correct.
On this one.
Every time you add one, you're scoring.
Because some of them we wait till the end of the round. Actually, the last 3 we waited till the end of the round.
I crossed out my 14.7 there.
You had 14.7?
I erased it. It's on camera. 4 and a 3, starting us off.
4, 3. I kind of desperately want to go straight for Terra Mystica. How do I do that? Plus or 1. Yeah, it's going to be here. So I'm going to knock the 4 here, which is going to give me a pumpkin. I'm going to utilize the pumpkin to go ahead and enshroud the 2.
What did you just do? How did you get us 2? How did you get a 2? I feel like you cheated.
4 and a 3. 4 goes here, gains me a pumpkin.
Yes, go ahead.
Then I knock that number down by 1.
With using what abilities?
1 pumpkin, 2 pumpkins.
What abilities, sir?
I'm
glad I'm asking questions because
that was a good call.
Someone's got to be asking the hard
I was trying to be
here.
as quick as you were.
Oh, I can tell that. I can tell that.
So now I got to see what you're doing just so I can copy you, right? Isn't that the play?
That's the play. Okay,
so there's almost no way to get this.
Not that I saw. I skipped it right away.
There's almost no way to get that. I thought there might be. I'm going to go then 3 in on Terra Mystica. And if I hit a 4 over here early, I would score and I'd gain a star. What, did you do a 4 over there?
Of course I did. Which is the reasonable play. I just did it first. You were a little cheating.
Well, this is different.
That is different.
All right, I'm going to do the other 4, though. That's going to be different. 4 over here. Knock him.
We have a 4 and a 3.
Oh, stop
Shockingly
it.
enough.
How about you roll
Wait. Boom. I locked it in so he can't do it.
What? You're doing the other way.
I know.
I can't do it.
You could do it if you want, but it doesn't matter because I got it first. Now you're copying. Okay.
You're such a troll. Okay.
And your point is?
Where do I want that 3 to go? That's the question. Somewhere over here, I assume. I'd gain a pumpkin. Everything's got to be lower than it. It's not a great one to have at the bottom. So 3. And 4.
Ready?
Yeah. 1 going right here.
Oh, that's just a rookie mistake.
What is it?
Okay, we'll cross those 2 pumpkins off, and then I have a 4, which I can utilize in any one of a dozen nefarious ways. By that, I mean, oh, interesting. I'm not going to put the 1 there. That doesn't make sense. I'm going to put the 1 over here. I'm going to cross that off, which means I have to take these pumpkins back. I'm going to put the 4 over here. Okay, I'm ready to go.
I'm getting there. I'm just going to be grumbly along the way.
Grumbly all the way.
1 and a 4.
Jeez, that's the
Great.
second time you've had a repeated pair. Repeated pairs.
I'm going to do this here.
Me.
4.
Okay, I think I'll take that star now. And I'll put that's the 1, and then the 4 has to go somewhere. Wow, that's obnoxious. I will put the 4 over here. Pumpkin time and a star. Okay, ready?
Yeah. Surprising. Neither of us have
5
done the
out of 5.
buildings so far. I mean, we haven't had an option to do it, but... If I do this here, I'm looking at 9 on one of them. Right? No, 4, 5. That would be 10. 10 would still give me it, though. Is that what you did as well?
Of course it is, but I did it faster, so you're copying me.
Oh, you can do both.
Yes.
Perfect. So
No,
I'm scoring both?
You could. Oh, you got all 10. Look at you. Look at you. Ready to go?
No. Because the 1 was both.
Yes, one's both.
And now I still need to place a 5.
Yes, need is a relative term. But yeah, that's disappointing you didn't go for the buildings in Terra Mystica. I was hoping that I would be special and not go for the buildings. I was hoping you'd fall for it.
If we got the numbers to do it, both of us would have done it early
Possibly.
enough.
I was hoping you'd still try for it, because like going off of last game, you'd be locked in mentally.
Yeah. Oh, I did the wrong design here. Let me redesign that.
Yeah, I'm not focusing on looking pretty.
It
Don't
didn't
say I
exist.
can tell.
It was like 2 seconds away
I
from
was
it.
like, no. It's like I heard it as soon as I said it. I was like, nope, it ain't happening. I'm gonna go 2 over here. That's gonna cross that bridge, and then we're gonna knock a 3 off over here, which is gonna give me 2 hearts.
Pumpkin and a heart would be very fun.
I've been very low in resources this game, but that's okay.
Let's hit the 3 here. Let's hit the 2 up top. Let's gain ourselves some more pumpkins.
Ready.
Let's do it.
4 and a 2.
4 and a 2. This is so tempting to just pop up
I'm
above.
gonna put the 4 over here.
But I'm gonna wait
put
for
the 2
doubles
over
to
here.
do it.
That'll give me a heart and a coin, and I'll use my coin to cross off my 1 over here. Give me that last star.
I'm going to cross the bridge,
When you come to it.
which leaves a 4 that I need to place. Let's toss that 4.
Okay. We have a 1 and a 1. Whoa.
Sadly,
Yeah, of course. But you can't know. You can't know that stuff.
no, I could have known.
You couldn't have known.
I could have known.
Couldn't have known.
No
Jesse.
way.
Could not have
I
known.
could have known.
And my 1 over here is going to earn me 2 pumpkins.
Actually, want the. I want the coins, not the. 1
That's a problem.
heart and a coin. And the other one's got to be placed somewhere in here. Why don't we go ahead and make a connection?
I think I'm going to go ahead and use 3 pumpkins to make it into a 2. And then put it down over here.
That's very aggressive.
It's very aggressive. I'm not happy with my move.
A 2.
Yeah.
You got to go lower as you go up.
Yeah, but we have 1 turn left.
I.
You're going to get nothing in that column because you're waiting for a 5 and a 6 in your last round. Enjoy that, Jesse. Wow, this is a bad round. It's a bad round. Let's go ahead and do this last round. 3 and a 4.
4 and a 3.
Yes, 3 and a 4.
4 and a 3.
3 and a 4. Jesse.
Interesting. What am I going to do with a 4 and a 3?
Wow. This is bad. This is really bad.
What am I away from? That's mountain. That's mountain. That's ocean, like sea. Oh, each place only has 1 other type? Wait, what is this one?
It doesn't really matter. It's not really relevant.
It doesn't?
Nope.
If you outline both buildings, if you connect both buildings, 1, 2, and 4 stars for 1, 2, 3 marked deserts.
Yeah.
Ah.
Wow.
So that 4 needs to manipulate up.
I don't think I'm going to get anything this round. I mean, nothing special past whatever. We've got 3, which will give us a heart and a
To
pumpkin.
the 5.
Then we have a 4, which I could use somewhere, but the pumpkin can't modify it. The hearts don't help me.
3 could squeeze in there.
If your heart don't help me. Alright.
So-
it does not look like there's anywhere I can put my 4 legally. So fun fact, Jesse, one thing I haven't told you, if you can't put a die legally, you instead get any resource of your choice.
I always strategically can place my dice
So I will get
wherever
a
I
coin
want them.
as a resource of my choice, and then I'll cross that coin off to put the 1 over there. That actually works. Okay, I'm
I've
done.
got the 1 that I could use.
I have a very bad score, but my hope is that Jesse's is just as bad. Or worse. It might be worse.
There's not really a great way to get into there. Anything that I can do with that 1? What was I imagining I could do?
I don't know.
I could spend these 3 to gain a die of the same value
As
as
a
either
3 or
roll.
4.
I could pop one of those into here, which would give me
A
a
pumpkin
heart
and a heart back.
pumpkin. That would let me...
The trade-off's not worth it. You're basically spending 3 to get 2, and the other 2 doesn't help you.
I was going to figure out a way to place one in here, but I need one more pumpkin than I have
Correct.
access to. All right, we'll call it. I didn't like this round. Whew.
So, for this region, you have 3 stars.
Yeah. You got 4 or 5?
I got 5. Okay, then for this region, you have 3 stars.
2 for the desert, 1 for the connected buildings?
Two stars, my bad.
2 for the desert, 1 for the connected dwellings.
Oh, you connected them. Nice. Very good. Okay, great. And over here, you have 6 stars. So your total over here is 12 stars, which means it's going to come down to what you have up here, which is 12.4. I have 12.5!
What?
Yeah, it's true skill, Jesse. True
You're a
skill.
point ahead of me?
That's what 20 plays looks like. 0.1 point.
Wait.
Go ahead. You do your math. Keep trying.
There's no way to do it.
Okay. One more
Oh
round.
no! If I
One more
lose by
round.
0.1...
I hope that next round our scores are dead even to the point, because that would be beautiful.
And we haven't copied each other entirely.
That's not what I said.
No.
You've been copying me every single move I made.
Every move you
I
make,
every step I take,
I'll be watching you.
Ironically, you're the one watching us
I
right
can
now.
do anything better than you.
Whatever you do, I'll do it too. Show me everything and tell me what.
The society.
cards.
So fun fact on the society.
I know the fun fact. I was gonna tell the fun fact. Go ahead. You can
No,
do
you
it.
tell the fun fact. I was setting you up. I was setting you up. I was literally
it's okay.
saying fun fact
It's
so
okay.
that you could come in.
Nope.
Alex,
Nope. Now I'm not going to.
seriously,
Nope.
this was a dynamic between us, and I was putting you in
I
position
refuse.
to tell the audience the fun fact.
You always do
You'll
this.
never know the fun fact.
Yeah.
So
Tough nuggies now.
there you have it. They lose out because
Yep.
of your attitude.
So let's go ahead and score these. We have Scythe, or explain these. Scythe. Scythe is going to be one, which if you've played Scythe, this will be familiar to you. You can either mark the top row to gain a resource, which feels lame, or you can mark the bottom row, give up a resource, and get a star, which is more exciting, but get a single star on a single thing, but you have to give up a resource to do so. The fun part is if you mark the top row, you can automatically do the same associated bottom row at the same time. So in other words, I can give up a 4 over here and lose a coin to get a star. I can mark the 5 to get a heart. Or I could mark the 5, get a heart, and give up a coin and get a star all in a single stroke.
Yeah.
With me so far.
Which is what you should be going.
Then we have the Society. By the way, fun fact about the Society. The Society is really the name for Red Rising, except for the fact that you can't use Red Rising.
Oh
because
yeah,
of-
that's copyrighted.
Yeah, copyright issues, and they didn't license it in this game, so it's the Society. But you and I know what's going on. In the Society, you're going to basically be putting numbers in the cards. Each card has to be lower than the card above it, kind of the reverse of Between Two Castles. So in other words, if I put a 1 here, I'm going to be stuck because I can't get anything lower. I want to put a 5, a 6, or possibly even a 4 up here, and then you can spread down lower numbers between it. So every number, you have to go lower down the pyramid chain.
And for all those Red Rising fans out there, how about that box? Am I right? Like, that sounds terrible.
Exactly. And then from there, you're going to score the stars whenever you have the associated cards. So whenever you complete the triangle of cards, so this one scores that star, and you get the 6th star if you've gotten all 5 other stars. When you complete a row, you earn the resources on the row, and that is Red Rising. And now, that's the Society. TM, copyright. And with that, we're going to start us off with
6 and a
6 and a 2.
Solid starting roll, my goodman.
It is a solid starting roll. Do you know why it's a solid starting roll?
6 and a 2. Well, because the building's there. Stop it!
I got it first. You are copying me again.
Yeah, you're 20 games in, and we're a point away.
It doesn't, yeah.
Point of a point.
Full point.
A point of a point
Full
away.
point. From there, I will go ahead and mark this over here so that you're copying me again. Because it's the only logical move.
Don't like you. It is the only
It's the only
logical
logical
move.
move.
It's the only thing to do because I don't have resources to spend for the middle one.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
but you copy me.
I
Okay, 1
One
out of
out of
5. This has now become a speed round, so. I'm not even
stick
trying.
the 5 here.
Wait,
Oh,
where I place mine?
I need to stop.
It's just a speed game at this point. Okay. And then we have the 1, which can go in any zone over there.
The 5 pops here. I'm generating myself a heart and a coin.
I'm going to generate the 1 over here, which will give me the coin. Why do I have a heart listed over here? Oh, wait, no, I did this
Forgot
wrong.
to erase it.
I have a heart and a coin from this one. A heart and a coin from that. A heart from that. That's going to.
Did we get a pumpkin on round 2?
No, we did not.
Grab your pumpkin.
Good call. Good call. And I'm losing a heart in order to do that, and then I'm losing a coin in order to do that.
Is there anything worth doing different from what he's done?
Honestly, no.
It's this action, right? Like,
Well,
that's...
I was actually a little more clever than that, but I'm not going to tell you.
You were more clever than that?
Oh, yeah, I was. Do you really want to look? Then you're going to be copying.
I'm not going to copy. This is the action that I'm thinking
ahead.
you should do. You knocked here, which got you something. Is that right? How did that get you something?
Well, it just got me this little track towards that over there.
Oh, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. You knocked your coin to generate a 1.
Exactly.
That's it. That's fine. So this grabs me another coin, drops down, kills a heart,
Kills a heart. How dare you,
and
Jesse.
gains me a star.
Okay. And we get 6 and a 5. Okay.
Now we start differentiating our strategy. Desert,
See, it's actually interesting.
Oh.
I'm really realizing something.
desert, or the 6.
You can choose. You can choose.
The 6
Choose.
gets you a point as well, though, and generates you resources. That's the action. You gonna erase it?
Which one?
This.
What does it do 6 are you talking about?
Desert,
Oh, yeah.
5 or 6 down there.
Oh, good call.
Who's copying?
Good call. I'm copying you. No, you know what? No. I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with it.
Are you?
Yeah, 100%.
That's a point, too.
There will be a point later. We're moving into round 3 right now, which means you already lost that resource. You don't get that now.
Yeah, but I'll generate 3 more. 5,
Yeah.
7, and 9.
Absolutely, you will.
Okay.
So you're a lovely person.
I'm cool with that. We're only, we're a point of a 1 away, which means those extra
It
resources
doesn't matter.
are everything.
Okay, but I haven't figured out what else I'm doing because I have a 6 elsewhere, which is tricky because I
5's
want.
got to go in somewhere. That 5 would gain me a heart, knock me a coin, gain me a star.
I'm going to go down over here.
Is that the action we're going with? And I don't want to use 5s anywhere else. This is the one area where I do want to use a 5. So because we've already used it up, let's do that. Down, and we are going to knock a coin off.
Okay,
That's another one.
excellent. We now move to the next round. We get our extra pumpkins. Go, draw a pumpkin.
I should have used that 5 somewhere else. That is
Pumpkin.
foolish of me.
Pumpkin.
Thank you. 1 and a 6.
See, I'm happy with my move because now I'm going to put that 6 there anyway, and I got to get one of my 5s. You need 3 5s in Terra Mystica, which is a hard ask. 3
You're
5s.
not wrong.
I'm going to go ahead and slot this in over here.
You're not wrong, and you're on the same. You're at the same pace of me, which
Mm-hmm.
is a little annoying. That 6 kills a heart. Question is, can I gain a heart? Can't till next round.
Ba-ba-da-ba, ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
This is a terrible roll for me.
Yeah, so I designed 3 realms for some of my favorite games. All 3 games in my top 10. And we'll see. They may or may not ever become something. I doubt they will, but I can hope that they do.
This is an awful roll for me. The 1 or the 6 could be down here, which would cost me a resource.
Without giving you a resource.
Without giving me a resource.
But I made that play. I did that.
Either one could be down there, but then the question is, where do I invest money? I kind of want my pumpkins. Both of these take a pumpkin too, and I want my pumpkin to adjust the value of the die. There is no good option here.
Yeah, this is designed to show you the thinking process of how this game plays out.
There is no good option. This is really, really sad.
Dun, dun, dun.
Sets me 2 away. Oh, because there's a natural play here. That's so sad. And I don't know which way the math is better. Let's try it this way.
Excellent.
So, I am going to spend the 6 here to gain the pumpkin, spending 2 pumpkins to adjust the 6. Oh no, I can't even do that.
While he does that, let me go ahead and show you the other realms. We have Wingspan, which is a little fun over there. We have Charterstone, which you'll unlock crates as you go. We have Between Two Cities, which is the only game from all these games. That's not true. I haven't played Pendulum, but I know how to play Pendulum. But we haven't played Between Two Cities, so I don't really understand this one quite as much. It's a little grid of resources. We have Pendulum, which you'll be unlocking these little timers. And then we have Viticulture, where you'll be making wine.
I did it. I'm not happy about it. It's all
Okay.
falling apart.
Cool.
I'm going to gain a heart at the top of this round.
We're all going to get a heart, Brian. Okay, heart over here, and
2
a
and a
1 and a
one.
2. No, it's a 1 and a 2, Jesse.
Gotta cross a bridge.
Which I did already, and I have one over here, so I'm...
Wow, this is not going well.
I'm ahead by 0.1 points. It's going swimmingly for me.
This is not going well. 2 goes across the bridge.
For the record, I'm not actually an obnoxious winner in general, but when I'm winning by 0.1 point, you can bet I'm obnoxious.
The 1, sacrifice a pumpkin, gain another star. Oh, you can do these down there?
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought I had to play low.
Nope. Yeah, specifically says fill cards in any order. That is different than between 2 castles.
That's where I had it in my mind. Would I have done something drastically different? I did the 1 there. I'm not going to take back my turn.
I don't mind if you do.
No.
Okay.
I don't think there was I don't honestly think there was much of a better play anyway. But right now, instead of costing 1 here, I think the better play might be going down here somewhere. Am I even going to be able to fill it up? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be tight. It's going to be
the
tight.
pumpkin game can change everything.
Okay.
Although this is not a resource-heavy game. Moving into the 6th round, we're going to gain the pumpkin. We're going to roll a 5 and a 2. A 5 and a 2, Brian. 5 and a 2.
What 5 is natural. Question is, where does the 2 go? 2 could slot there. Or it could go there to complete the triangle. 2 could just also go there for the points. Let's do it here. Okay.
Ready?
Do I want to do a 1?
I don't know. Do you?
No, keep going.
Okay. We're going to roll. Don't forget to gain your heart.
6 and a 4. Gaining my heart. 6 drops to a 5. Is that worth it? Four. I need a pumpkin to slash. 6. I need a heart to slash. Okay, here's what I think I'm doing. 6 is... but I want the 6 to drop to a 5. Or I could do the 4 up. 4 up. Okay. 6 here. Drops down. That's going to give me... I'm going to lose a heart. That's going to give me one of these.
Yep.
Then I'm going to knock a 1 in here with the coin. Then I'm going to convert with the pumpkins this to a 5. Go ahead and do that.
Ready?
Yes, sir. 3 and a
5 and
5.
3. And don't forget to gain your last pumpkin. A 5 and a 3. Well, I know I'm doing my 5. That seems to be the right play over there. The 3 is the trickier play. Because I could do that over there, which would earn me some things.
Yeah, it's got to be this. 3 goes there. Oh, what does that 5 do?
Unlocks force for me.
5 doesn't do anything.
Well, it depends. You haven't used the 5 yet?
It's a garbage 5.
What did you use this round?
I used the 3, but I don't have anything to manipulate that 5 with. So maybe I can't use it there. I can do the 3. 3's not going to give me the coin. Oh, wow. This is so frustrating.
Ready when you are, sir.
I'm not sure I can use the 5. I've done it on here. There's no 5 available here. I can't do it down here because it has to be lower then.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
And up here, I don't have...
So for fun fact, this is where you made a small rookie mistake. Inherently, that 2 and 1, 1 should have been over here, reversed. Because the 5's the lower number, you should have put the 2 and then the 1, 1. As opposed to the 2 and the 1, 1.
Can I do that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just one of those like classic things you just learn after playing a few times where you're like, oh, well, that's inherently where I would do it.
Because it naturally progresses down,
Yes.
which means now my 5 can be used
Correct.
there.
There would have been no strategic benefit to doing the other way.
Thank you.
Ready?
Yep.
Last round, we go ahead and gain our last heart.
6 and a 5.
Whoa, 6 and a 5 is a tough one for this last round. 6 and a 5. I was not counting on that.
5's useful.
Well, the problem is I can use the 5, but if I can only use the 5, no, that should be fine then. Okay, I'm going to use the 5 over here, which will earn me a pumpkin, a heart, and a coin.
Question is, what do I do with
Then
the
I'll
6?
use the coin along with a pumpkin, 3 pumpkins, 1, 2, 3, in order to put that as a 1 over here.
Get a resource of my choice.
This will give me 2 pumpkins, a heart, and a coin. I still haven't used my 6 yet.
Get a resource of my choice, correct? If I can't place?
Yes, you do.
I'm going to take a coin with that.
I'm going to use the 6 over here. And then I will go ahead and use 3 more pumpkins.
I am very concerned
1, 2, 3, plus 3 hearts.
about this scoring.
1, 2, 3. The 3 hearts are being used to generate the 5. The 3 pumpkins are used to modify the 5 into a 4 and reuse in a realm that I already have.
Oh, you did it.
And then lastly...
You just finished the Terra Mystica
I'm
card.
going to do this round over here where I will cross that one off and lose a pumpkin with my 1. Okay.
No, this is bad. Everything's falling apart.
Well, no longer win by 0.1, so I'm not going to be gloating anymore. And that's basically a round. Go ahead and score it all up, figure out your score, and from there, we determine the winner.
Is that the last? Did I not write down something?
You didn't write down 5 and 3, 6 and 4. Wait, what did you miss? 6, 2, 1, 5, 6, 5, 1, 6, 1, 2, 5, 2. You missed a 5, 2.
Yeah.
Did you use the 5, 2? I
Yeah, I'm
hope
sure
you
I
did.
did.
Well, it's on camera, so someone might have caught it if you didn't. Okay.
I was thinking I had another round, though, for some reason.
Yeah, I've done it before. I've done that.
Wow. That hurts even more now. So the right move, then, is to have knocked this one for a free 1 and place it here. 2 stars plus all those resources. Yeah, so that's coin, heart, and pumpkin. Then could knock for another 1, which would kill a pumpkin and gain another star.
Yep.
Is that the move?
It might be.
Another 1, kill a pumpkin, gain another star, and nothing else I can do. Lost out on 2 here, so that's going to be 4. All but 1 here.
You lost out on 3 here. You also didn't get the top one. The top one's if you get all, then you get the top one.
I see that.
Yeah, the Society and Tapestry both have that effect that once you're going for it, you may as well try to get that 6 star because it's kind of all or nothing. Versus lands like Terra Mystica, for instance, the choice of getting that last final star is a total tactical choice.
So I'm at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.4.
Yeah, that's where I win.
What'd you close on?
16.1.
16.1. What a good game, though.
Yeah.
So close the whole way.
That
You'd
last
think a
round.
guy that's played 30 times would do a little bit better.
Oh, please. That's a big gap. Honestly, if it wasn't for that final round big gap, I would be a little bit intimidated. Because, I mean, I do have 20 plays under my belt plus. So that does count for something in terms of getting that muscle memory in of what works, what doesn't work. I don't know if it's muscle memory. It's strategic muscle memory.
So what's my final score
I guess your
here?
brain's a muscle, so that counts, right?
It is, I suppose. 14, 28, 28, but we're going to pop it up a little bit because we're going to 12, 16, 29.6, and your... No, 39. Is it 39.6? It's got to be.
Yeah.
39.6 to 43.3. Good game. What do you think of... Let's talk about the Terra Mystica cards.
Yeah, let's talk about the Terra Mystica
What do you
cards.
think about what do you think about the cards? How do they integrate into the game for you? And do you like this concept of expanding your game with
the
other
concept.
modules?
Well, let's talk about one thing at a time.
Yep.
So, concept-wise, all for it. Absolutely. I like the idea. It's one of the things, to me, what keeps this game fresh, what keeps Rolling Realms fresh, is the interplay between different combinations of cards. The problem with 20 plays under my belt is, even though I may not have actually seen all the combinations, I probably haven't,
Yep.
but it starts feeling like I've seen all the combinations. The more variability this has, this is a game where if you want to expand this with another 50 games of different games that I have, a little interplay, It's nice. It adds the degree of variability of trying to figure out how they interweave with each other. As far as Terra Mystica offhand, my first complaint about Terra Mystica would be, it's not, but it would be, that, well, you're always going to go for that 2 and the 6. That's always the obvious tactical move. Except I'm really happy that one of our 3 games that we didn't go for the 2 and the 6.
And it still actually held up decently.
Yeah, so I like the fact that, and I've seen that with a few of these cards, where you're like, well, the obvious play is going to be that, because even though there's interweavingness, there's not a ton of interweavingness, meaning there's like some degree of tactical, like for instance with Terra Mystica, something you want to be mindful of going in is you need to have 3 5s for those deserts. They're all 5s. So if you're going for the deserts, those 5s are a lot more valuable in Terra Mystica than they are in other cards. You want to factor that into your choices. Like that round where we did the 5 and the 6, I was like, I could get the 6, but maybe I'll get a 6 a different round, and I don't know how many 5s I'll get.
It was a great turn.
That was my...
That might have been the difference between our games.
And then I got lucky as well the next round, and immediately got the 6.
You hit the 6.
Which means I didn't even lose a single resource.
You might... Yeah. It might have been a different game
100%.
if you hadn't been able to follow up with it. You basically didn't lose anything from me, whereas I cost myself a 5, which was growth on that card.
100% it was. Yeah. So that's a big part of knowing the cards, knowing which numbers are necessary, and combining those with the various ways the cards generate different things adds a lot of play to it. I like Terra Mystica, I like it as a realm. One thing I would have loved to see, I don't have an easy way to have integrated it, but I would have loved if, in addition to having the realms being different, if each one had provided their own way of using a pumpkin. So instead of having a default card, Terra Mystica provides, let's say, pumpkin a certain way they're utilized. That could completely change the game.
I could see a game that's resource-driven, though, come with expansions that aren't necessarily this, but maybe one of those, but literally come with system expansions. But just change the game.
The tricky part inherently tying that is then you'd have to make sure you have a pumpkin, a heart, and a card. There's issues with it. I understand why it's
filters the whole way down the line.
But I would say that's the one part I feel gets a little repetitive. The resources are always used in the same way every single game. If there's a way that would mixed up, even if it's just some degree of variability.
I bet there is.
3 more scoring cards, and then you get each round you can pick 3 realms and 1 of the ability cards, and that interplays the way things go on. But yeah.
One of the things that I sort of wish was on here, I really like the card. I think it's a decent complexity card, but as we started playing, I started thinking through what was the best pattern, right? So you have the buildings, which are great. If you have the reason to grab them early on, it's great to grab them really early on because they're just free resource generation. And as you start branching out, the most common sense way to go is 5 to 3 to 5. And then up and across, because that's the best use of all the things you have.
Oh, interesting. I didn't even think of that. 5 to 3 to 5. Yeah, that works.
It's the best use of all the things you have. The issue for me, and I understand they're there because if you get unlucky dice rolls, you might mitigate and try to cut around the corner or something. I do sort of wish some of these outlier areas had a resource on them.
A little resource that you earn as you go.
Just make me really crunch the numbers on can I risk going out on that limb there to gain a resource and path in an interesting way. Because I think I will consistently go for the same mapping strategy and only adapt that mapping strategy if and when numbers are different. Which might be enough.
That is the factor. You're always playing slightly different games based on what numbers roll. But I like it.
Let's talk about the solo mode that you like so much that I'm going to start playing. Let's talk about how it works and talk about how this is going to integrate into that system. So, you want to pass in the box over there? Yes, sir.
Terra Mystica will not integrate into the system is the answer.
Yep.
Yeah, did you hear that answer?
I did.
Yes, that is the disappointing part. So one of the things I'm hoping will happen, and I assume will happen, is I assume as enough packs of these are released, we'll start seeing solo modes integrating them. Because the problem with the solo mode right now is you have these individual cards, and you go through the holes, and this easy, normal, and hard. I won't focus on that. But it's 18 holes. The thematic aspect of the golf course I don't care for at all. I just care about the fact that they give you different scenarios to go through. So for example, in the very first one over here, hole number 1, you're going to use the specific realms listed. Then it's going to give a slight rule change, so you're only playing 7 turns instead of 9, and there's to score at least 8. That's simple, to the point. Let's go ahead and move up to something like 9. 9 will utilize, it's actually a very fun one. Okay, 9 is actually one of my favorite ones. Euphoria, My Little Scythe, and Scythe. So we have My Little Scythe, we have Euphoria, and we have Scythe over here, okay? Now the way this one works is you have to, not only do you have to score 11, but by the end of the game, you have to have a perfect mirror reflection on each card. If you have a 3 here, you have to have a 3 here.
That's so
fun. If you have
a
2 here, you have to have the associated 5 here. If you have a 5 here, a 5 here. If you don't score a perfect mirror, you do not get anything, and you must use your dice. You can't ever hold your dice back.
Yeah.
So each one gives you a little challenge. There'll be one that gives you 4 cards to use. There's one in which you have to score a star every turn, or you immediately fail. You immediately fail.
Cool.
So there's all these different small challenges that utilize specific scoring mechanisms, and they have a default score and they have a hard score as well. And then the easy mode, you earn an extra resource after each failure.
Yeah.
But you go through that through 18 holes. You can go do multiple things. Each hole has a par, so you might fail. Like this hole over here is par 3. Mirrors, you have 3 rounds to get it. Now you can get it in less, and then you mark your par score. That's like the whole golf course aspect. But that is basically the solo mode.
So for people that like everything, but specifically like it like you do, and like I think I'm going to, as a solo game as well, what can we see coming down the line to start integrating these expansion packs, these little modules, into a solo system?
I imagine, and this is all conjecture.
Would it just be a solo upgrade pack?
So a single solo upgrade pack for a single realm doesn't make sense.
Not for a single realm.
Yeah.
I'm saying
once you have like
5
9 realms or whatever it is. I mean, right now the default game has like something like 10 realms, I think. But once you have enough realms, I would imagine he'll introduce another solo pack. Yeah. You're like, oh, here you go. You can utilize these realms. He may not though, because the tricky part is does that solo pack work if what if you have 3 promo realms because you got 3 of your favorite games?
Well, my thought for solo would be release a solo pack that actually includes maybe a set of the cards, a single extra color set.
Yeah. Because
then you can function it as a solo game. And if you have the expansion, you already have the 6 that you need to function into the core game.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I'm not following.
Release. If you get the pack, you get the 6 core colors.
Yes, you do.
Once we have 10 of these new expansion ones, release a solo pack with these modules, with new modules and 1 new color.
Sure.
Of each
card.
card.
What do you mean by new color?
One new
realm.
Realm.
Okay.
Not realm. You have Terra Mystica. You have Kingdom Death. You have Dice Throne.
Sure.
And you get 1 of each one of those cards. That's all you need for solo.
I don't know what that means at all. I'm legit not following you.
We have 6 different colors for different players.
Why are you focusing on the colors?
Just give me 1 of each card.
I have no idea what you're saying.
I will get there. For solo...
Why are the colors relevant?
You were saying the colors aren't necessarily relevant, except that they integrate into the big box. Sure. You wouldn't run a repeat purple because then you'd have 2 purples.
So?
For the solo mode, this is very entertaining. If you're still here, leave a comment down below if you've understood what I'm saying
yet. I have no idea what's happening.
Because we're going to keep going until he figures it out. You were saying that releasing a solo pack would be a problem, because what if you only have 1 or 2 of the expansion modules?
Yes.
I'm saying the solo pack contains every new expansion module up to that date, integrated as a single card with a new player color. Because then you not only have unlocked a new player color, meaning you could have 7 people playing the game.
Okay, so you're saying throw in gray as a color, and they're all in the solo pack.
And they're all in the solo pack.
I mean, that could work.
It solves your problem of collecting all the expansions.
To an extent. It starts getting into a cross-contamination aspect of, do you get the solo pack, or do you get 3 of the realms, or do you not bother with the realms? Maybe just buy 2 solo packs because you're playing Rolling Realms 2 players.
Yeah, sure.
It could be, I hear what you're saying now. Yeah. At least I understand you. Yes.
Thank you for being here. I find this game so lovely. I'm so thrilled to have it because I want to start playing through the golf course and beating you.
I'm currently on mission 13, I think. Yeah. Maybe 14. 14. I've done Heartbroken.
Cool. This was a blast. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. Let us know if you want more of us bickering like an old married couple while we play roll and write games. I think that's what happened.
Hey, as well. Let's do it.
We'll see you next time.